I saw in a Facebook group people talking about John Sterling, how great he was, and we all love John Sterling. And then somebody went off on this rant about the fact that broadcasters don't belong in the Hall of Fame. They don't actually do anything. They just tell us what's happening, and there's no value in that. And why do they get a spot in the Hall of Fame? And I'm like, wow. And there's a lot of debate back and forth. People that don't think they belong in the Hall of Fame, people that think they do belong in the Hall of Fame. So I was like, okay, I'm bringing this to the tribe here. And so my question to you, Nick and Chad, is, do broadcasters belong in the Hall of Fame?
I have one name and one name only that should be in the Hall of Fame. That's Joe Buck. That's a joke. I think, yes, right? I mean, you're telling me that you want to keep Vin Scully out of the Hall of Fame? You're telling me probably the greatest baseball encyclopedia to ever walk this planet, with all the stories that guy has, you want him out of the Hall of Fame and all of the years that he covered? No, he has a spot. Like, it's a no-brainer to me. Like, you kidding me? The amount of baseball that guy saw, and you don't want him in the Baseball Hall of Fame? Like, get out of here. Get out of here with that. It's silly.
So just to play devil's advocate, because
Let's go.
Clearly
Bring
a little wound up.
Bring it.
But like, couldn't anybody else have sat in Vin Scully's seat and been Vin Scully? All they're going to do is tell us what's happening on the field. Like, Vin Scully just was lucky enough to be the guy they hired for the job.
No. They are part of the team. They're part of the organization. They're part of their history. The Baseball Hall of Fame Museum is all of that. It is all of baseball history. So if that's the case, then commissioners shouldn't get in. Coaches that never played the game should never get in. Like, if we're keeping it to just the players that played, then all those guys are out too.
But they could be in the museum and not in the Hall of Fame.
Well, a lot of guys are, so I guess it wouldn't really change. It wouldn't really change much. But yeah, they belong. Who the heck's saying no? Probably not real fans. You guys are all with us. Harrison's just playing devil's advocate because he likes to get me going. But
no,
yeah, Jason, there are broadcasters in my life that meant more to me than my own kids.
Wow.
And like, I mean, yeah, I don't see how you can. If I bring my great grandkids to Cooperstown, I don't know how I can tell the complete story of baseball without the guys that told me the story of baseball throughout their career. Right? I mean, I've gone to bed listening to Vin Scully stories. Right? That's how much they mean to the game. They're the heartbeat of the radio guys. How did you take in baseball before there was TV? All these radio broadcasters, they have a place in the hall.
So what I find interesting is generally the debate within this group was, I would say, generational. So your much older crowd, older than us, like Michael's group, they were like broadcast.
Oh, so like way older,
way older,
way
back
older.
Like
Gotcha.
Original radios.
Gotcha.
They were like 1,000,000% got to be in. Yeah, that's the only way I heard baseball. They told me the stories every night. Like, that to me, baseball was not the game. It was those guys telling me the story. Got it. Then there's like our generation where it's like, yeah, they absolutely belong in. Like, all the big moments in baseball, I hear in their voices, and they told me all the big moments, and like there's that connection. The younger generation, many of them, if they are watching, it's probably on in the background. It's friggin' muted. They're used to watching Facebook with mute and reading captions. I think the younger generation, they don't listen to radio, first of all. They'll never listen to radio. And I think half the time when they've got something on, it's on, muted while they're looking at other stuff. Yeah. I don't think broadcasters make as big an impact today on this new generation as they did to us and the previous generations, because the way we watch and listen is so different.
So then I absolutely think they deserve a place in the hall then. If they're going to be almost obsolete at this point, the guys that did it before to get us to this point definitely belong, because that's part of the story. That's part of the transition of baseball, if you will. So, yeah, Yeah, they go in. It's a no-brainer for me. Yeah, I refer to the early 2000s Red Sox of the Remy and Orsillo years. 1,000%. John Carter says Scully, Harwell, Jack Buck, not Joe, Harry Carey, that type of icon. Yeah, 1,000%. Tommy says, when I watch the Phillies today, I still hear Harry Callis's voice. No offense to Tom McCarthy, but yeah, there's just they mute it because there's too many bad ones, and there's something to say about that.
I think that's part of it too. Is I believe that the quality of the broadcasting overall has taken a dramatic drop off as these legends have retired. I feel like they're replacing them with just anybody. It's not good. And of course on MLB TV, I get to sample everybody's broadcast crew, and some of them are just awful to listen to.
Yeah,
some of them are very good, but I think broadcasting itself is kind of a dying art as well. And I think you're seeing the quality of broadcasting going down. I think you're seeing the newer generation that doesn't even care about the broadcasters to begin with because they're not listening. And I think, to your point, like, broadcasting is becoming almost obsolete because nobody's listening to these guys anymore anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, gone are the days of Vin Scully being like, Duke Snyder was born in 1931, and here's the 2-2 pitch, and okay, there's a fly out to left field, and he was brought up in Birmingham, like he just seamlessly went from story to the play-by-play, back to the story, into the like, it was just absolutely insane to listen to him. Nobody does that anymore.
No,
right? You have a play-by-play and you have a color guy. That's it.
Yep.
He was both. Vin Scully was both. It was insane.
I mean, he could be a one-man booth and carry it very well, because a good broadcaster turns what's happening on the field into a story that they're telling you.
Yeah.
Why? They're not interjecting a bunch of their own nonsense like some of these guys do. They're not getting way off topic. They're not telling you the obvious. Like, they're just kind of telling you a story as to what's happening in front of them. And that's a dying art. I mean, I love all the joke videos that go around of the athletics broadcasting duo, which are terrible. And it's a fly ball by Rooker. Oh, it's a home run, almost like surprised. It's like, guys, are you watching the damn game?
Or like, it has a chance. Like, hey, that was hit 510 feet. It has more than a chance to get out of here.
That thing's in the parking lot in somebody's windshield. Like, that was a no doubter.
It has a chance.
So I just think there is definitely a transition in broadcasting and in the way people consume the sport that I do think, because the younger generation was like, screw these guys, like, who cares? But from their perspective, I don't disagree with them. A lot of the broadcasters today are terrible and are hard to listen to.
Yeah.
And I think that is very much a generational shift, but I couldn't believe how many people are like, they don't belong in the Hall of Fame because all they do is tell us what's happening.
Yeah.
But they do so in a way that gets you to come back. Like, that's the problem. Like, if you're watching a game or you're listening to a game and the announcer's terrible, are you going to watch it again? Even if the team is really good, you might not. Like, those are the guys that bring you back.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put it on the board. Yes, I mean one of the best home. Oh, yeah. I mean, Bob Uecker. Yeah, it's a silly argument to have. I don't see how you can keep these guys out. Silly.
It's a silly argument to have from our perspective, but I think with how things have changed, I think in 20 years, when we're now we're just the old guys yelling at clouds, and the newer generation is sitting in our seat, they're still not going to care about the broadcasters. Like this, I think this is a transition in how the game is presented and watched.
I mean, just broadcast in 1 minute clips. That's how everybody takes in everything now. So
yeah, the broadcasters are irrelevant. Nobody has the attention span to sit there for 2 hours and listen to somebody tell you. I mean, I think I said in the last show, like, I still love baseball on radio. Like, I'll mow the lawn. I'll be outside with my earbuds in. Like, I love baseball on radio. And but for the Red Sox, it's not the same without Joe Castiglione there in the booth. It's right. Not as good as it once was.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for me, it's silly. It's not even, baseball's not baseball without a broadcast, even if it's terrible. Like
Yeah.
someone to just sit there in the background to tell me what I know, right? Ground ball to short, throws it over for a 6-3
Yep.
put out. Like I still need to hear that. Not because I don't know what's going on, but like it's just part of the game.
Yep.
It always has been. Like it belongs in the hall, 1000%.
Agreed.